So it's been a few months actually since I filmed and edited the first part of that CERN vlog when we went to Switzerland. And I haven't really had a chance to do the second one because I've had a bunch of exams and stuff has been hectic and... oh, hold on. Okay, so I filmed and edited the first part of the CERN vlog like 3 months ago or something, but yeah, I've had exams and a bunch of stuff to do, so I haven't really touched that since then. But I figured I'd go and finish off the story and edit it. But then I realised there's not much of a story because the clips that I did the second day we were quite busy, so I didn't really make something out of it. It was kind of just odd clips here and there. So I thought I'd explain what we were doing bit by bit because I will. Yeah, so CERN. We want to go to CERN. First thing we had to do though was obviously to get up and to get a shower and to get breakfast, which we did. We just woke up about a few minutes ago. Alec, hide your naked body. Charlie's not naked. We just woke up and had a shower and we're gonna go down for breakfast. Okay, so we need to go, or no, be ready to go at 8:30. It's currently 26 minutes past 8. We gotta eat. You know what? It's a really nice day. I'm gonna go for a run. But I'll keep telling the story on the way. Yep. Cool. So, we were a bit late for breakfast because we had slept in a bit too long. So we didn't entirely get to finish our breakfast there. But we headed to find tram 18, the 18, like the number 18 tram, which was going to get us to CERN. So we walked down the street to the tram station. Love trams.
Yeah.
We didn't get enough time to finish breakfast. Half of us have been left behind. The others have got. We need to just get to tram 18. We're gonna make it, maybe. If worst comes to worst, it's always the body shop. We found them. They're here. We're not gonna die.
Oh yeah.
CERN! We're going CERN! Tram's here. Finally, it was late. Oh hey. So yeah, we eventually got the tram after, I think it was like a 15-20 minute delay, and headed on down to CERN, which is on the outskirts of Geneva.
Oh my goodness.
For all we know, we could be standing right on top of a beam of particles right now.
How fast will they start from Geneva?
Oh, 99.99991% the speed of light. I think there's another 9 or 2 in there, so I don't... CERN is this massive scientific collaboration. So obviously when we got there we expected there to be scientists scurrying around with clipboards or something. But actually, when we arrived, the thing wasn't on. They only run it through, I think it's like March to October, something like that. Because in the meantime they process all the calculations and I guess they make sure the machine's working alright. Not entirely sure. There was nothing really going on. We started the whole tour thing with a talk from Mark something, I can't remember his name, I'll put it up. And that was interesting. He basically talked about why CERN came about and what they do at CERN. Basically like this kind of stuff that you'd find in YouTube videos talking about CERN. Anyway, so he had some interesting insights obviously because he had been there. He'd been working there, I think it was like since the 1980s or something, so he was in the thick of all of this.
The famous people, okay, beginning of our century, they said we need somewhere to hold these people. They thought, well, what sort of subject? Physics they thought would be a good subject, but where? Well, Switzerland was neutral during the war, but this is Switzerland and this is France, and that border runs right through the middle of this CERN site. We're actually here at this end.
Because to find it, you have to go deep underground.
really warm. But anyway, Mark then took us across the road to the Atlas detector, or the Atlas experiment, I guess it should be called, which is one of the 4 main experiments, like teams with equipment that stationed around the 27-kilometer ring. What? Look at the mountains. I mean, yeah, look at the CERN and everything. But look at the mountains.
It's a big wood circle thing.
Is it wood?
Yeah.
Right, now it's dark, so we can actually see the words underneath it.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Atlas experiment. I think we're going to go look at that. I don't know if we actually get to see the detector itself, but it's going to be pretty cool. When we were there, we watched a movie kind of about how they built this whole thing and all the engineering that went into it, I suppose. And that was pretty much everything we did in the Atlas Center itself. I actually thought we'd be going underground. I was really excited to go 100 meters underground into this massive chamber where they have this machine, especially because it wasn't on. I figured that would be okay, but that wasn't part of what we were doing, so we didn't go down, unfortunately. But it was still really cool to see where they control it from and all the different stuff that's going on. Right, so yeah, after that we hopped on a bus and we headed actually across the French border. This is Alex seat now. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
You are the captain.
Live in France, and for the anniversary of CERN in 2004, the French opened a gate at the end of the site in France. So it didn't be in session.
So we're about to enter France. Cool. Okay, so we're here. Getting off the bus, gonna get divided into 2 groups and go particle accelerators, I think. Woo! We headed actually across the French border to look at the testing facility where they had these massive magnets that they used to control the path of the particles, where they had tested them when they were actually being used. There were some in there. I don't know if that was just for display or if they're manufacturing new magnets constantly. I'm not sure. Back on the bus. I feel like I know so much. Ooh, I crushed something. So now we're going to get lunch at CERN restaurant. Then we're going to that display on the dome.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cool. It's going to be mental. Who loves it? Me. Do you love it? Do you love it?
Love it.
He loves it.
Fantastic. Hello.
So, what do we think of lunch?
Pretty good.
No?
I'm about solid 25.
Mine was good. Very good.
It's a little joke because the mass of the Higgs boson is between 125 and 126 gigaelectron volts. Nice one.
Was that actually true?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally meant that. I'm a genius.
Nice one. That's your boy, Saggy Dunn. Always making the quick puns.
Yeah, 1,000 million.
He dabbed. I forgot to mention as well, they had a few exhibits kind of around CERN. It's like in the reception area. They had, I forget what it's called, a world of particles, a universe of particles, something like that. And they had this big, like, interactive exhibit. Sight under video surveillance. I know, it's called a vlog. Ow. Enhance!
Enhance.
Enhance!
Such a barren cellular matrix.
One of the coolest things they had was a huge cloud chamber, which essentially has, I think it's alcohol in this chamber that's super saturating the chamber, so it's just at the point that it wants to form droplets and it wants to convert from a gas into a liquid, but it has nothing to kickstart that process. So all you need is a small nucleation site, something like the ionization of a particle to cause that to happen. And what you get is when some particle from space or something like that zooms through this chamber, it causes these little ionizations and droplets form around it. So you can see these trails shooting through of particles that are passing through you every second, but you don't notice because they're invisible. Cloud chamber. Well, yeah. Particle injection system. We can press buttons and inject particles into a cloud chamber, which basically makes little bubbles where particles go. So you can actually see subatomic particles as they're going. Hold on. Okay, hit me.
With an alpha source.
Woo!
That's alpha particles.
Woo!
And then there's an electron source.
God damn.
And then everything else is just random muons or alpha particles from the source that are leaking through, or beta particles, all that stuff. So another electron.
So all these things that you see now are just kind of going through the atmosphere. I assumed that these sources weren't that radioactive, or at least the radiation wasn't that penetrating, because otherwise it wouldn't really be illegal for them to have them there. I don't know. Hey look, goats. Goats! Hey goats! No? Not very social goats. Oh, fly. Hey buddy. How you doing? Looking well. I'll leave you to it. Stay cool.
70% of the total energy of the universe.
Wow.
Although that sounds like a lot, it is actually incredibly little compared to our theoretical estimate of how large
Done.
the universe should be.
Back to Switzerland. Alright, so next things next. How's that look? Like that? Roughly? Yeah! Once we crossed the border back into Switzerland from France, we went to an exhibit of CERN's called the Universe of Particles exhibit, which was a lot of spheres in a dark room. We're here at the Universe of Particles exhibit. I don't know how much you can see. It's not quite dark. There's a lot of spheres. It's really cool. And some chairs. This one says antimatter detectors. It's pretty cool.
Right, you just line it up with the projection.
That's cool. It's like tracking it.
Yeah, no. How old is it? So
we hung around in the Universe of Particles exhibit for a while. They had some comfy little pods you could sit in and listen to stories about particle physics and whatnot. But with that, we were done with CERN. So we hopped on the tram and got back into the centre of Geneva. And from then on we basically had time to kill until the end of the day. And we were going to fly home the next day.
We'll count when they're in. We'll count when they're in.
Here we are. Smells okay. Wait, what? So once we eventually got back to the hostel, Alec decided he wanted a milkshake. 20 francs for 2 milkshakes. Well exciting.
Well exciting.
Quite nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Back to the hotel, hostel. And that's kind of the end of day 2. We had dinner, we went out into Geneva after dark, very briefly, just to kind of see what it was like. It was quite pretty. The footage isn't great because I was using my phone. So it's about midnight and we were all kind of headed to bed. We had a good time, just kind of hanging out for a couple of hours. Good fun. And we're flying home tomorrow, which is sad, but it's also been a really good trip. Geneva is beautiful, CERN was fun, really interesting.
Switzerland is great but expensive.
It's great but expensive. And it's like the opposite of New York. New York's a city that never sleeps, this is the city that never really wakes up. It's a bit dead, kind of. But it's relaxing and nice.
And people actually care about each other.
Yeah.
Polite.
You can't see Alec. But turn on your light. Hey!
And Charlie.
And Charlie. Yeah, Charlie's sleepy. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna sign off. Been a good trip, flying home tomorrow. Bye. So it got a bit late last night editing video, so I went to bed. So it's now tomorrow in the present, which is a few months after I just went to bed. Yeah, it doesn't make sense particularly. Oh boy. It's another beautiful day. Awesome. I'm gonna get dressed and finish this story off. Actually, I'm gonna have a shower, get dressed, and finish this story. Cool. So, what happened on the third day? Now we have 28 minutes to get showered, get packed, and go to breakfast. Well, yeah, because we want to be there by 7:30. Yeah, but like, what time to enjoy our cereal? Do you know, the weird thing is, the whole time I've been doing this, I've been kind of looking back and realizing, oh, I totally forgot any of that happened. Which makes me wonder how many things I didn't film in my life that I remember totally different to how they happened. But there you go. What? Oh, I know what happened. Hold on. Oh, there's no point in pointing it. I'll show you the footage. In the morning, David came into our room to see what it was like. And we had this little balcony on the corner of the room. And we locked him in, but it looked really edgy. Just have a look. Shot. David, you need to be rapping right now. David, let's make the vlog like part of a music video. How are you feeling, David? So yeah, guys, watch out for that album. It's dropping soon. It's gonna be hot. After we successfully set Dave's rap career up, it was time to leave the hostel, and we had a few hours after that to kind of just traipse about Geneva. We used our Geneva transport cards to get a free boat taxi, I guess it would be called, across Geneva Lake, which brought us really close to that fountain that we saw the night before. Where was you taking water taxi to? Fountain. A fountain! Look, you can see it, it's on. It's insane. Someone said it's like 100 meters high.
Yeah, wait. I think we're just staying on, guys. Shut that.
Yes. What about right? Okay, I'm falling. Okay, so we just got off a boat, and I think we're gonna get back on a different boat. Different boat. Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's good for a swim.
People look so small next to it, though. I didn't it's huge. I don't know if the video shows how big it is, but it's huge. Yeah, they have to.
It was saying, it drenched if there's a changing wind direction.
I kind of want to go.
7,000 litres of water in the air at any one time.
7,000 litres.
7,000.
Damn.
700 a second.
Is it just pumped up from the lake?
Yeah, I guess. By 500 megawatt pumps or something like that.
That is... Together that makes a whole gigawatt.
No, not megawatts. 500 watts.
Well, that's not very impressive. That is a dramatic sky. Anyway, yeah, so once we were done kind of pottering about Geneva for a few hours, it was time to go home. So we grabbed the train and headed back to the airport. And I guess you could say the rest is history.
Yeah, here we are.
On a side note, going through the airport, something really cool was came across DJI Mavic Pro. Oh my god, it's insane. It's so awesome. It's so light. Obviously there's no battery in it, but it's still so light. A little bit out of my price range at the moment, but be 14.99s. Bye, I'm an hour. Goodbye, Switzerland. Oh man, look at that view. You can see all Switzerland. We're about to leave. We're on the way.
And also,
Good trip. See, the thing is, when I was making this vlog initially, it was kind of just trying to make a vlog for the sake of making a vlog, but now that I'm doing the second part 3+ months later, I've kind of, like, we've left school now, so the people that I went on that trip with, who I spent the last 2 years learning physics with, I'm not really going to see much of again, which is kind of sad. So it's been a really nice kind of look back at memories and remembering the times we had as we go forward. So I hope anybody that was there, you guys know who you are. I hope you enjoy looking back at some of the footage as much as I did. And you know, so you know, from all of us here so from all of us, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Ross out.